The Apple credit card is easily probably one of the most advanced credit cards available to consumers that offers a lot with no annual fee. You see, just like our iPhones or other Apple products, the Apple Card, a thing I noticed when banking with them for over a year now, is that they continue to improve in not just software, but also in benefits. For instance, a common complaint that many of its users, myself included, we didn't like so much about this card is that you had to use an Apple device to manage your banking monthly payments and such. Well, now, very recently, they unveiled a new online client that you could log into on any web browser and manage your online banking that way now. So gone are the days if you somehow lose access to your Apple devices, as now even a non-Apple user could manage your online banking. So now that I had this credit line for over a year now, I'm still currently get asked a lot in person by friends and family if the Apple Card is even worth applying. So in today's video, I'm gonna go ahead and share with you my experience when using this card day to day. So in case you're unaware, the Apple Card benefits is basically this. You get 1% back whatever transaction you slide with the physical card, automatically 2% cash back whenever you make a transaction purchase with Apple Pay, and then it's 3% back for whatever purchases you have made inside the Apple Store or the online Apple Store in like services or purchasing movies or apps and such. Well, the 3% cashback is expanding because Nike is now partnered with the Apple Card. So whatever transaction you make inside the Nike store or the online store, it will automatically qualify you for the 3% cashback. And then Walgreens is now a part of this list, and very recently, Exxon's gas stations is now on this list for the 3% cash back. Now, personally, I always avoid that gas station, but if I'm ever on a cross-country road trip and there's 2 gas stations, and one of which happens to be that gas station, and they're about the same price, I'm most likely gonna go to that gas station now for not just filling up, but also maybe picking up like an energy drink or something. Now knowing that this card can now give me 3% cash back for that transaction. But seeing that this list continues to grow and grow, it's very obvious that more stores will soon partner up with the Apple Card. Now the physical card itself, yes, it looks amazing. It feels fantastic. It is actually made of real titanium. It does have this nice soft matte texture as well, with this cool slick looking silver strip right here. But honestly, this physical card is basically useless because unless you're inside those qualified 3% cashback stores, there's no point to really swipe this card. The Apple Pay 2% cashback is the way to go, but don't let that discourage you from applying. If you're just starting to build your credit history, your credit lines, the Apple Card is a great card to really take advantage of its benefits because it offers 3 different tiers as I previously mentioned. You see, now that I actually have access to a bunch of different credit cards, if there's a terminal that doesn't support Apple Pay, I'll just simply switch to my Citibank double card, as that will automatically give me 2% cash back, just to show you an example. But the first years when I was building up my credit, all I really had was a secure credit card, which gave me no benefits besides just helping me build my credit. But I then applied to a Capital One card that was only offering 1% cash back for its transactions. If the credit card was available during that time when I was building up my credit history, I would have totally just applied for that instead of the Capital One card because it offers those 3 different tiers of benefits. And from everything that I've seen online and people that I spoke to that applied for the Apple credit card, you don't have to have the highest credit score to be approved. There's people with a reportedly in the low 580s to low 600 somehow being approved. And if you still can't believe that, you could just go on Reddit and you'll see a lot of people sharing their screenshots. So they're not that strict from what it looks like. Of course, everybody may vary though. But another thing I really do like about this Apple credit card is that unlike those other credit cards, usually it takes like a couple of business days for the points to get added to your credit card balance. And sometimes you actually manually have to hit redeem. It doesn't do it automatically. The Apple credit card, it really is next day cash back, because the very next day you're gonna get a notification saying that this amount of cash was added to your Apple Cash account, which then you can actually use it to pay off the remaining balance. There's a setting that you could enable that will automatically take whatever Apple Cash balance that you have available and will actually put it towards your monthly payments. Or you can use that cash to buy ice cream or something at a store. The cash back literally available the next day. Now, a thing that I definitely noticed about using the Apple credit card, it's a lot more easier to find terminals that support Apple Pay and Android Auto, either a vending machine or local like liquor stores. So the likelihood of Apple Pay being available is really high now, which is great because now you can always get the 2% cash back without needing to actually carry the physical card with you. To be honest, come to think about it, the only time I actually used the physical card was just to activate it, which activating it's really easy. As soon as you open up the package, you'll notice that the package is nicely wrapped. It genuinely does feel like an expensive Apple product. The packaging not only looks incredible, this cool engraving of the Apple logo, but when you open it up, you simply just launch the wallet app and just tap right here where your icon is, and that just simply activates the physical credit card. This process is really unique and awesome because there's no need to call or log on to the internet to activate your card like you typically would. But that's really the only time I actually used the physical card because, like I previously mentioned, not once have I actually swiped it. So after the activation, you can basically store it away or maybe frame it nicely on the wall since it looks nice. Yes, this is a numberless credit card. Not only does this make the credit card really secure, so you can have it out in public and you can see it on video. But if you're wondering how you make online transactions, if you, let's say you're trying to purchase a video game on your console or buy something online, all you gotta know is that this credit card has two unique numbers. If you wanna locate the physical card numbers, it can be located in the wallet app, which Apple actually has a video tutorial on their Apple YouTube page where you can easily find this information. On the phone, you can literally copy and paste if you want, if you're trying to do like an online transaction. But if you did a physical swipe with the physical card, the last four numbers are right there for your return in case the clerk asks for it. But on the app, everything you could do on a regular credit card when you log in on the web browser, you could do it all on your smartphone. If you want to lock your card, you can lock it here. If you want to see your credit card details like APR, credit balance, and all that stuff, it's right there. If you need to update your billing address, it's also right there as well. Everything is right there and available on your iPhone. And you can find most of these features also on your iPad in its settings. But if for whatever said reason you have to get a hold of customer support, there's a couple of really unique ways to get a hold of them. Of course, you can always call them like your standard bank, but my most favorite feature is the ability to literally just text message support. From my experience, one time I did have to contact them because of a billing issue. At first, when you message them, you're talking to a bot, but then they transfer you to an actual human being. And from there, it was just a simple back and forth conversation. And I actually prefer this because it was a lot better than actually calling the bank, because whenever they're trying to gather information, they usually will put you on hold. This way, I was just waiting for a text message, so I was able to carry on throughout my day and just wait until they replied. It literally felt like I was talking to like a friend that was working inside the business. Now, if you're doing like an online purchase on your phone or your computer, if you're on Mac, you could use Safari, and as long as you're signed in with your iCloud account on that machine, you can literally select your Apple card from there. It will automatically fill up all the credit card information automatically and securely if you're paying with Apple Pay, if that online store supports Apple Pay, which majority of them do now. But you could either verify the purchase with Touch ID, then on your phone, it'll simply just use Face ID, Touch ID, or your device PIN to unlock it. I made a couple of transactions this way, and the experience has been really positive because I no longer have to create a new account or something like that with those online stores. Everything literally fills up automatically, and if I need to go in and edit and change the shipping address or something, that option is available on Apple Pay as well, and it could save that information for the next time. But I love making online purchases this way, especially on your smartphone. It's more secure and definitely will save you a lot of time and frustration whenever you accidentally enter a number on your credit card incorrectly or something. Now, when it comes to making payments with the Apple Wallet app, it's really straightforward. The interface is user-friendly, and one of the key unique features that separates the Apple Card from its competitor is this cool animated wheel. It shows you all the important information that there is to know, including your interest rate if you plan on making monthly payments. You can also manually enter a number if you have to. I really do like this wheel because it really does give you an idea exactly how much you're paying and how much will the interest rate be. They literally are showing everything right there in the most simple to understand fashion. And if you look at the animated Apple Card itself, depending on the transactions that you make, the card will change colors. Now, I mainly buy a bunch of electronics with this Apple Card, so my card is always orange. As I previously mentioned, I have a bunch of different credit cards for different things. The Apple Card is my main device when it comes to purchasing electronics. But if you do a lot of grocery shopping with the Apple Card, you buy a lot of tickets with it, it's gonna look like this. All the different categories are colored differently, so you have an idea what your spending habits look like. And it also updates this way on the Apple Watch as well. So all in all, my experience with this Apple Card has been really positive. It's also my most favorite credit card I've ever used. They're constantly adding new stuff in both the benefits and the features. And if I ever lose access to my Apple devices, it's good to know that I can now go on Safari or any other web browser and just log in and manage my banking account that way. And when you drop it, the physical card makes that satisfying noise. And my experience was Goldman Sachs, the company behind the Apple credit card. They never gave me any troubles. There's no hidden fees or anything like that. And then unlike your standard typical credit card, as soon as you get approved, you can begin using the Apple Card right away, as it automatically will be added on your wallet app. So you can use it with Apple Pay. So if you're thinking about applying for the Apple Card, there's really no cons that I could think of. Especially right now, you can take advantage of this promotion that's going on. And then once you get approved, again, you could immediately start using the Apple Card with Apple Pay until the physical card arrives. But that's basically it when it comes to sharing my experience with the Apple Card. Again, it's been positive. There really isn't any cons. And it just seems like it's getting better and better as time progresses. If this is gonna be your first card, it's a great card to start off with in my opinion. But I'm just some goofball behind the camera, a YouTuber. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't sue me, bro. I just wanted to share with you my experience with the Apple Card and hopefully be able to answer your questions. Hey, if you want to see more Apple stuff videos, you can go ahead and watch this video as I go through my favorite accessories for the Apple Watch. Anyway, folks, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll catch you all in the next one. See ya.